Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday, and you are happily tuned in to the I'm Making It Happen radio show on the Reef 103.5 FM with exceptionally yours, Nykole Tyson. And we are here on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And on I'm Making It Happen, we discuss how we can make it happen in our minds, bodies, finances, business, and culture, despite the inevitable and not so pleasant challenges. And I am always, and that's also to remind you that we have the ability to maneuver every in any situation that we encounter. And today I'm very excited. Could we have a special guest out of Dominica, Miss Monelle Alexis? She's a communications and public relations specialist from the Discover Dominica Tourism Authority. And she's going to be here to discuss the upcoming event in Dominica, the Jazz and Creole Festival happening May 4th in Dominica. But before we get into the details and bring her on the line, definitely want to say good morning to everyone in the USVI, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, the British Virgin Islands, everyone in St. Kitts Nevis, and wherever you are in the Caribbean. Thanks so much for tuning in, as well as all those listening live from the East to West Coast on reefbroadcasting.com. Good morning to you, and wherever you are in the world, we appreciate you for joining, as well as those watching live on Facebook. Please do like and share. You can find us at I'm Making It Happen. And we're going to be showing some videos and pictures, and you're going to be able to see the lovely Monelle Alexis. So make sure you tune in to the Facebook page at I'm Making It Happen. All right. And so as I mentioned, without further ado, good morning, Monelle. How are you?
Good morning to you, Nykole, and good morning to all your listeners. It's a pleasure to be here with you on I'm Making It Happen. To talk about what you should be doing to make things happen. Please come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole 2025, and to come to Dominica for all the amazing other events we have on our calendar, and also come to Dominica because the environment is just breathtaking, captivating. All the good reasons why you need to rejuvenate is why you should come to Dominica. So let's make it happen. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, you're definitely making it happen, and thank you so much. Can you turn up the volume in my ear? And we appreciate you for being here, because you're definitely making it happen, and so we appreciate you for being here in your busy schedule. I'll just turn down your volume on your computer, because that's where we're getting the feedback, okay? And so, as I was mentioning, we have Monelle Alexis. She's a communications and public relations specialist with Discover Dominica Tourism Authority. And we're so happy to have her here, because she's going to tell us more about what's happening in Dominica. And we're thrilled to have her as we learn more about Dominica. Dominica is one of the most beautiful and unspoiled destinations in the Caribbean. I've been there a couple times. I love their hot baths and so many and I changed the way I eat, because when I went there to do some work one time, I started eating more healthy. Had the first time of drinking grapefruit juice, like natural grapefruit juice, was the first time that I had that was in Dominica. And so they have so much to offer, and they have something for everyone, from nature lovers to adventure seekers. And so we appreciate Monelle Alexis joining us today from Dominica. We're going to be, like she mentioned, exciting insights about the island, the upcoming event, Jazz and Creole event that's happening on May 4th, and, all the things that you can do in Dominica to plan your trip. So let's see, we're going to put up that flyer that's going to be happening. Here it is, online, Sunset Creole, starting April, I guess next week, right? But it's going into May 4th is the big event. So tell us about what's happening and what this event is happening in Dominica on May 4th, and just all of that's going to be surrounding the event.
All right, so on May 4th in Dominica, we're having our Jazz and Creole event. It's one of the big events in Dominica on our calendar. So this is where we jazz up Creole. So there's jazz music, there's also Creole music. Now, there's different Creole cultures throughout the entire world. So it's not just a Dominican Creole experience, a jazz and Creole, but we also have the Creole playing from the region and sometimes internationally, all culminating on one main stage, and that is at Jazz and Creole in Dominica. The location, very scenic. It's one of the most breathtaking backdrops on the major island. This is the Fort Shirley National Park in Cabris. So this is the location for Jazz and Creole on May 4th. We begin at 2 p.m. I will mention before I go into details of the artists who are performing for Jazz and Creole. Jazz and Creole is considered to be, or rather Dominica is considered to be a very safe location for you to set and to have a great time. We have never had cases, to my knowledge, Jazz and Creole has been incident-free over the years. So we ensure that there's high police presence. We ensure that the fire and ambulance are on standby, Red Cross is on standby. We have the scouts and the other persons on standby to ensure that your safety is our top priority. So this is Dominica, and of course going into the Jazz and Creole experience. So safety is key. It's a family event. You can come with your kids. There's a kids zone, and there's security, and there's staff over there to ensure your kids are fine and safe and having a good time while you enjoy your cocktail. The main stage on the other end for Jazz and Creole experience. And of course, walk into the entire space with the kids. It is a children-friendly space, so that is absolutely fine. So Jazz and Creole has to be in Dominica for that. The date, May 4th, we start at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and we run sometimes until 12 p.m. or rather 12 a.m. in the morning. On the main stage, we have several artists from Dominica. If you don't know, Dominica is the land of bouillon music. So regardless of what event and activity we have, bouillon artists, they always take the stage. And I know you guys love bouillon music, and because you love bouillon music, I'm inviting you to come to Jazz and Creole, not just for the jazz, not only for the Creole, but also for the bouillon music that you love so much out of Dominica. On the main stage, Dominica, we have singing stars, singer band, Colton T, Abia Israel, Mary Pascal, Shalina, and Colin XC. Also,
can you say those names again?
Artists, there's Asian Charles from Trinidad and Tobago, Marie Claire Giraud, a Dominican who currently resides in New York, and Itana out of Jamaica. And when you think you've seen it all, the side act will surprise you and will have you enjoying the festivities even more. So we do have an amazing lineup for a Jazz and Creole this year. Great artists. They are ready. I can confirm that the local artists are ready. We've spoken to them. They've spoken to us. They are very much excited. Even the other artists who come into Dominica for the festival, they are ready and excited to present this year's Jazz and Creole event right here on the Nature Island. So we welcome you to Dominica for that event. And I will tell you, Jazz and Creole is not just about the music. It is also about the experience. When you're thinking about Jazz and Creole, think about the food, the cuisine. Jazz and Creole is a feast for your senses. So think about all the wonderful Creole cuisine in Dominica. We specialize in a one pot, so you can appreciate getting a nice broth of fish water, be it a nice soup, a fig and saltfish, seafood, different chicken and easy bites. All that is there. And if you're into the rum, the local rum from Dominica, then you're guaranteed to enjoy some rum buds, some cocktails, some beers as well. And Jazz and Creole, I like to call it an experience, or rather, experiences within one experience called the Jazz and Creole. So the different things happening at the same time in one space. One, there is a fashion show that takes place. So at some point, you're going to see different tailors and seamstresses and fashion designers having their models showcasing their fashion, their style on the runway. You can get products for you to travel back home, for you to wear at the event, for you to get for your home, stuff for friends and family. All things Dominican, all things local, you can get that within that boutique. Again, we're talking experiences. They never see the stage. They spend the entire time down by the bar, in the food court area. There's a screen there, and that's where they enjoy the entire experience. The Jazz and Creole in Dominica, it's a party, it's a vibe, and in fact, it starts from the time you land at the base of the hill. And let me tell you, we've ensured that, the access to the venue is very comfortable. So there's shuttle service that takes you from different points across the Portsmouth area to the venue. And once you arrive at the base of the hill, you're greeted with music and cocktails and great excitement, right? As you either take another shuttle up the hill or decide to chip and walk while you sing and dance to get over to the main stage. There's areas where you can rest and relax. There's areas where you can have your blanket and sit. Persons can decide, okay, I want to walk with my drink here. There's an option for that. But Jazz and Creole is just a beautiful event, and every year there's a theme. So this year's theme is sunset, or rather Creole sunset chic. So people are invited to wear different colors of the Dominican sunset. And let me just go through that properly so I don't miss anything. So think warm, radiant hues of Dominican sunset. So think deep coral, rich gold, warm orange, vibrant red, bright yellow, all accented with shades of peach, magenta, and muted teal. So you can wear your flowy dresses, your linen outfits, your bold prints, your tropical accessories. Those are good ways to capture the Caribbean essence of a Dominican sunset. Think sunset, and bright and colorful. This is the theme for this year's Jazz and Creole Festival. And of course, if you don't want to wear the theme, dress in the theme, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
The fact is, you are there, and you're going to have a great time. This is Dominica's Jazz and Creole.
Great. That's a lot. It sounds exciting. And just wait, I can't hear anymore. Hold on. Okay, great. So that sounds exciting. In addition to the attire, the dress code also for men, linen, right? And so that's also that can be part of, because, the flowy dresses and all that kind of stuff, that's for the ladies, but the linens for the men. Anything else you want to share for men in regards to the dress code?
For dress code, just think of the color. So there's nothing, yes, I mentioned the flowy dresses and the linen, etc. You are not fixed into wearing something particular. You are free. These are just some ideas of what you can wear. So just think Dominica sunset, just think colors of the sunset, the orange, the teal, the red, all these different bright colors, just think something bright and colorful. And that will encapsulate the Creole chic. And of course, Creole or Madras, you can throw in some flavors of Dominica's Madras as well. But you're not boxed.
Of course.
It's important that people understand that they're not boxed or binded to a dress code for Jazz and Creole. This is the theme, yes. We encourage you to dress something Dominican Creole chic or Creole sunset chic. You're encouraged to do that. However, be comfortable. If you want to wear white with some pop of color, that works. So the pop of color might be a color from the sunset. You want to wear whatever you're comfortable with, then that is fine.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so when you were talking about the children and the different spaces, you want to give them the prices. I know you already did. Again, if you're just joining us, you're listening to I'm Making It Happen with Nykole Tyson, and we have Monelle Alexis. She's representing Discover Dominica Tourism Authority and promoting the upcoming event, Jazz and Creole, happening May 4th, and all the exciting things that's going to be happening during the event. And most important, bring your children. There is a space for your children. Also, children under 12 and under, they enter free, no charge. So that's great. That's amazing. And then for those, 13 to 17, they can attend is $75. Is this US?
That's an EC. All prices are posted in EC.
Okay, so these are EC. So then it's even less. So this is $75 EC. I'm not sure what that is in US. And then again, EC $200. The tickets at the gate will be priced at $200. Of course, if you get your tickets in advance, it'll be less. You just go to DominicaFestivals.com and you can purchase your ticket. In advance, DominicaFestivals.com. General early admission, early bird tickets is $135 EC and then $150 advance. What does that mean? $160.
Okay, so we have different ticket prices for the Jazz and Creole experience. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
All right, so the different ticket options. So we have an early bird ticket price, and that's $135. And that's these tickets you can find it online, www.dominicafestivals.com. For the other price options, there's $161 the early bird, is over. That option is over.
Okay.
Then advance tickets stands at $160 advance and $200 EC dollars at the gate. And VIP is $350 EC dollars.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm seeing...
all our tickets, as you guys are not yet in Dominica, all our tickets are available on our website, www.dominicafestivals.com.
Perfect. And if and what I'm getting here in regards to the price, okay, so 200 EC is approximately $74 US, and then so the early bird admission of 135 EC is $49.95, so $50, and then after the early bird tickets, it's $59 US, and so very, very reasonable. So you must get your tickets, and it's going to be an amazing event. And not only that, okay, and then let's see, 130, no, 350. Okay, and then children. You bring your children, they get in for free under 12. So there's no reason not to take the trip over. We're going to listen to some of these, and then you heard the acts that's going to be there. They have Itana. We're going to play some of her music in a second. They have a lot of buyang, they have buyang music, of course. And we're going to play, cue up some of the music from that's coming out of Dominica that we love so much and more. So we put them up. So we have Signal Band and let's see, Itana, Abia Yisrael, Colton T, Carlin XP. We have also Mary Pascal, Etienne Charles, Shalina, Marie Claire Gerard, and the Swinging Stars. Did I miss anyone?
No, you completed. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And so again, this is Jazz in Creole Festival happening in Dominica. All right, May 4th at the Fort Shirley in Cabrit National Park. Said it's going to have a beautiful backdrop.
And I want to inform people that Jazz in Creole is not just a one-day event. In Dominica, we have experiences for all of our events. So for the Jazz in Creole experience, there's over 20 events taking place before Jazz in Creole. I invite people to come to Dominica for a weekend. Come for a weekend, stay in the north of the island. There's multiple events happening on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Events have started already. Mm-hmm. So that's the detail thing. It really builds up closer to the event. So you can imagine on Friday, it's about 3 events that you can jump into, all happening in the north. We have multiple bars and restaurants with different DJs and different bands and artists performing in the north. There's some really spectacular events. I'm going to give you some more details about it very soon. But because we are the Bouillon Nation, it's important, it's imperative that we take a break and play one song that you can expect to hear in Dominica for the Jazz and Creole experience.
So which one should we go with, Shelly and the Signal Band?
Yes, Shelly and Signal Band will be in Dominica for Jazz and Creole.
Again, if you're just joining us, we have Dominica's Monelle Alexis coming live and direct out of Dominica from the Tourism Authority, Discover Dominica Authority, and she's talking about this year's Jazz in Creole Festival. All right, we're going to play some of the music from some of the artists that's going to be performing during the festival May 4th. So make sure you go to DominicaFestivals.com for your tickets. I just mentioned the ticket prices, very, very reasonable for this type of event and the acts that you're going to be seeing. And as Monelle mentioned, they're going to have an event, you're going to have different events all throughout the weekend. So make sure you just go for the weekend, and enjoy Dominica. I love Dominica, actually. And so I look forward to, being there soon again. And let's see, is it ready? So we're going to listen to now Shelly and Signal Band, I'll Be There For You. Going to be performing during the Jazz and Creole Festival. Okay, great. That was Signal Band, and that's Bouillon music. Shelly and the Signal Band, I'll Be There For You. We're going to now play Kwan. We're going to get that queued up. Quan and Little Boy and Trilach. And this is a very popular song, Someone Else. So I've heard this one, and it's out of Dominica. It is number 4, Quan, Little Boy, Trilach, Someone Else. And again, you just tuned in. We're talking about Dominica's upcoming Jazz and Creole Festival happening on May 4th, but you can make it a full weekend. The ticket prices are exceptional, exceptionally reasonable, and it's going to be in a beautiful area of Dominica. Oh, the entire island, country of Dominica. Can't even say it's humongous, but country of Dominica is beautiful, but definitely where the setting for the show is going to be amazing. And so make sure you check them out. And you go online and purchase your tickets.
And I just have to slide in that, remember, Dominica is not the Dominican Republic. We allocated between Guadeloupe and Martinique and Lesser Antilles, Leeward Islands, center of the Caribbean region. So this is the Bouillon Nation, the land of the Olympic gold medalist, Pia Lafort Gadsden, the land of 74,000 proud individuals, the land of the most safest environment for having parties and celebrations. So this is Dominica, and this is your invitation to come to Dominica for jazz and the Creole.
Yes, and we definitely know Dominica. We have a lot of individuals from Dominica here that live here, many friends. So those, definitely don't be shy. Make sure you call in 340-719-7435 and make sure to let Monelle know that we have many Dominicans here, and that you guys are tuned in. Also, 77.
And of course, I need to say good morning to all the Dominicans out there in the USVI. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. And of course, you're always welcome to touch down on 767 for one of our amazing events. You know how we do it in grand style. We always promote, we always support all things Dominica, Dominican. So feel free, whenever you feel like, come home. Let's have a good time.
Perfect. And so we have Quan, Little Boy, and Trilach. The song Someone Else. Excuse me? Trilogy. The song is Someone Else, Bouillon, 2024. The Jazz and Creole Festival happening in Dominica, May 4th, and we have Monelle Alexis, Communications and Public Relations Specialist out of the Discover Dominica Authority, live and direct. And you heard some of the music, Bouillon music, straight out of Dominica. I'm trying to make sure I pronounce it correctly, but
Bouillon.
There's no Bouillon. NG. Okay, Bouillon music. Can you tell us the origin? Do you know the origin of that music?
Well, I don't have all the details in my head right now, but it's a Dominican music. It started off with the pioneers from the WCK band a couple of years ago. I think it's a fusion of Creole music with some French influence and other influences, and over time it has been changed with other influences from around the world and has now grown into what it is right now. The different genres to the Bouillon music, there's an active business, genres or segments, whichever one that is the correct terminology. I know there's an active business, there's a movie Bouillon, so there's a lot going on. And I want to shout out all our Bouillon artists in Dominica. They have been doing an incredible job in infiltrating the region and the world with our music. And I want to thank your people present in the USVI for the support and love for Bouillon music.
Definitely. I was in Dominica. I learned so much more. I was there for the Creole, I think it was the Creole Festival, right?
You were here for festival?
Yeah, well, nice. that was a while. That was before COVID. You guys party. That's another thing. You guys really party hard. And so I didn't
it's imperative that when you come into Dominica, you rest, you take your vitamins, you do a doctor checkup before you come to Dominica.
Definitely. Oh my gosh.
Because we have the daybreak specialists. We don't believe in ending an event until the sun rises.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out that most of our events, in particular the World Creole Music Festival, we always do daybreak.
It was a lot. I was like, wait, I think there's a date, a typo in this itinerary, and like, oh no, you're not sleeping for like almost 2 days. I was like, OMG. All right, but it was amazing, great. It was a great experience. But I was saying that to say when I was at the Creole Fest that it was. I mean, I heard all these different types of music, and so many people knew of this type of music before I had even heard it. So many people that came in to listen to all kind of, I can't even remember the genres and names of them, but I was amazed. Like, wow, this is something that I didn't even know about. So I learned a lot. So it's definitely great to like travel to the other islands and experience their festivals. So again, this is a Jazz and Creole Fest. And it's not just, talking about jazz and Creole, but it's going to have different other artists there as well, reggae artists, right? And there's just going to be a blend. So it's something there for everyone. Again, children under 12 can enter for free. And then the ticket prices are really reasonable, right? From like, I got to look at the list again in regards to the U.S. Amount, just a second. So you're starting at like around 74 US. Like that's the highest ticket. The early bird is like $50, and then advanced ticket after that is
Very
like
reasonable.
$60. Very, very reasonable. So that that takes care of your whole ticket. Okay, so you can apply what usually will be a cost of a high ticket towards your plane ticket. So we're going to get into that, how to get there, the events that you can experience once we get back from our break. But before we do, definitely want to remind you of Carlos Furniture is the #1 furniture store in the USVI, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, and located in and also the BVI, as well as they're located in Tutu Park Mall, St. Thomas, and Peters Rest, St. Croix, open 7 days a week. They'll meet or beat any price. Also Quality Auto Parts, open 7 days a week, located near Sunny Isles, it's all in their name. They're Quality Auto Parts. And so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break. Listening to I Make It Happen on the Reef with Exception Yours, Nykole Tyson. And you're just tuning in, we have Monelle Alexis from the Discover Dominica Authority. And we're speaking on all things Dominica. Firstly, the Creole Fest, the Jazz and Creole Fest. Jazz and Creole Fest happening May 4th. And so one of the biggest questions that we want to know is right here. Somebody's asking online, what are the airfares to Jamaica now from the Virgin Islands? Do you know?
I think I have a question. Can you repeat?
Oh, you see it on the screen. It's kind of a typo, but I think they're saying, what are the airfares? What are the airlines that go from Dominica, that go between the Virgin Islands and Dominica?
All right. So getting to Dominica is, you can fly to America, Miami, via American Airlines, and American Airlines, you fly to whichever carrier will take you to Miami, and fly with American Airlines to get to Dominica. Also, you can hop on to find your way to one of the regional hubs, and then from one of the regional hubs, you can get to Dominica. So be it any airline in the USVI that would take you to Antigua, St. Lucia, or Barbados, or even Trinidad, they will get you to Dominica for the Jazz and Creole experience. So there are options. Getting to Dominica is not a hassle. It's a great idea to come early, because coming early means that you get to enjoy not just the beautiful island that we have, Dominica, but also some of the fringe events. We do have multiple fringe events happening throughout that Creole season. In fact, we have a calendar of 21 events happening for Jazz and Creole. All these events is very exciting. Lots of them have regional, some international artists performing for the Jazz and Creole season. Remember, in Dominica, our events are called experiences. So there's a Jazz and Creole experience, the local music experience, the carnival experience. So for this experience, we boast of over 20 events. So come early, participate in the fringe events. So think coming in, let's say the Friday or the Thursday of next month. Around, let me use a specific date. Think coming in somewhere on April 30th. You come in for April 30th, and I guarantee you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 events that you can participate in before Jazz and Creole on May 4th. That would be excellent. Great time for you. And while you're in Dominica, I'm encouraging you to not just come for the festival, but stay and enjoy the natural environment. We have some very amazing, friendly people, humble individuals who will be happy to take you around, to assist you, whatever it is that you need. There are lots of natural sites in the Portsmouth area, We want you to stay within the Portsmouth area to enjoy the different activities there and get an easier access to the Fort Shirley Caboose National Park for the Jazz and Creole experience. However, wherever you are on the nature island, it is going to be a vibe, so don't stress, don't worry. But while you're in Dominica, do ensure that you enjoy our Indian River. There is the Syndicate Falls nearby. There is the Tukari Bay with multiple restaurants and multiple things to do. Wonderful beaches like the Super Beach. Even the one at Tukari Bay is amazing. The Bell Hall Beach is also amazing. There is the Sulphur Spa, a little higher up the Cold Soufriere, a little higher up from the Caboose National Park. So there's multiple things that you can do in the north of the island to ensure that you have a fantastic time. And if you're into the relaxation, then we got you. We do have several natural hot spas in Dominica that you can soak and rejuvenate in. We do, for those of you who love adventure in the north, we do have horseback riding. There is diving. There is snorkeling. In fact, one of the fun things you can do is go snorkeling at night. The coral reef, the underwater is beautiful in the evening, so you can enjoy that as well. So yes, multiple things to do in Dominica in the north of the island while you're here for Jazz and Creole. So do me a favor, come early, enjoy the fringe event, stay for Jazz and Creole, and bask in all things nature, all things Dominica while you're there. The food is amazing. We ensure that nobody gets sick during the experiences that we have. I can boast that for Carnival last year, this year, we have zero reports of anybody getting sick from any of the vendors that we have on island. We ensure that the food handlers permit are up to date. The vendors are continuously trained. They maintain a particular standard because for us at Discover Dominica Authority, the experience is everything when we promote or when we have an event. So they too ensure that they put their best to power to ensure that you are fine. So the food, the drink is great. The people is wonderful. We do have numerous places where you can stay. So accommodations, we have over 800 Airbnbs in Dominica. We have multiple guest houses. We have hotels. We have resorts. So accommodation is not an issue. We do have also taxis in the north and south of the island. Pretty soon you can check our social media platform, that is Dominica Festivals on Facebook and Instagram. You will see a graphic with the different taxi operators or cabbies that you can connect with when you get to Dominica for Jazz and Creole. We're also going to be posting a graphic sometime today or tomorrow, a graphic of the different accommodations in Dominica to assist you in getting yourself booked early to come in to enjoy Jazz and Creole. We are safe, our events are affordable, our people are friendly, and Dominica is a vibe. And as we say, you bathe, you dress, and you're out again. That is the expression. Bathe, dress, and out again. But in Dominica is a party.
I can vouch for that. Okay. And so talking about the food, like I said, the food is amazing. Everything was amazing. To me in Dominica, I love it. And I decided to eat more healthy when I was in Dominica, and just for a short stay. Everything was either freshly from the ground, and or caught. And like I said, it was my first time drinking grape juice, like fresh grapefruit juice. And so that might be something you're like, what? You know, they didn't understand it when I was like, wait, this is grapefruit juice? Because every morning they would give me, when I was there, just a paper bag, like something in the paper bag to eat. I just eat it and they drink whatever was in the cup. And when I drank the cup, I was like, wait, this is grapefruit juice. And they were like, yeah, it's grapefruit juice. And I said, no, you don't understand. This is grapefruit juice. I've only had grapefruit juice in like Minute Maid or Ocean Spray, whatever. At that time, and ever since then, I never drank. I've never had Minute Maid or any grapefruit juice. I haven't had grapefruit juice since I left Dominica since that time. So basically, I need to get fresh.
I'm happy for that. So do me a favor, hop on an airline and get to Dominica. And I could have something other airlines that travel to Dominica as well. So yes, you can fly to Miami or fly to one of the different hubs to get to Dominica. But I should tell you the different air carriers. So in the region, there's multiple options to get to Dominica for any of our experiences. We have, American Airlines flies from Miami, from Newark, New Jersey. There's United Airways. We have in the region, there's Wing Air, there's Intercaribbean, Caribbean Airlines, Sunrise, the App 2020 as well. And if you opt for a boat ride, then Express des Îles, RSS Express des Îles will take you from St. Lucia or Guadalupe Martinique to Dominica to enjoy the Jazz and Creole experience. So there's multiple experiences or rather options to get to Dominica. What you need to do is get to one of the different hubs, be it in Antigua, or St. Lucia or Barbados. Antigua, St. Lucia, Barbados, then Martin, and then someday come across to Dominica. And do me a favor, come to Dominica. I promise you, getting here will be one of the best things you would ever do with your life. I guarantee that. Boots on the ground, the people are amazing, the food is delicious, and everything in Dominica is just a vibe. And we have multiple experiences throughout the entire year. So right now, we're into jazz and Creole. Just in March 3rd and 4th, we had our carnival. And I will boast Dominica, we've seen a 34% increase in our visitor arrivals for jazz and Creole for this year compared to last year, 2024. So Dominica is just, it's a vibe. People are noticing us. People are understanding why they should come to our festivities. So be in the know, be like the others. In fact, do the right thing. Advance. And come to Dominica for jazz and Creole. You will love that experience. And if you cannot make it to Dominica for jazz and Creole, then consider coming to Dominica in October for the World Creole Music Festival. The festival is on October 24th to the 26th. It's 3 nights of pulsating rhythms, 3 nights where different Creole cultures converge on one stage, 3 nights of high energy, great food, great vibes. In fact, the VIP is one of the best VIPs in the region. In fact, there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. There's Ultra, there's Party, there's Village, the Prime Minister has a VIP, there's another stand, there's a ground vibe. Listen, throughout that World Creole Music Festival, the energy is magnetic, it's pulsating.
It is.
Dominica's event is the one you don't want to miss. So think, Jackson Creole, May 4th, Comfort Festival, October 24th to the 26th. There's a bike festival taking place in July. That's one of the big events happening as well. So get your bikes ready and come across for that exciting event in Dominica. And next year, join us in Dominica for Carnival. Carnival will be on February 16th and 17th. It is going to be another great time, full of booyah energy, land of the booyah. This is where you want to be, Dominica, to celebrate in a safe and responsible way. And in fact, Dominica's Carnival is one of the very few carnivals that everyone can join the carnival. So in some countries, you would pay to play. But in Dominica, you don't have to spend any money. You can enjoy carnival. You will be behind the dance. You will be enjoying the festivities.
Nice. And so again, you're just tuning in. We're about to close on in a few, like probably a little bit. But I am looking, we're speaking with Monelle Alexis, and she's from the Discover Dominica Authority, speaking on events happening in Dominica. The one coming up is May 4th, Jazz and Creole Fest happening, and we mentioned the very reasonable entry fees, and also children under 12 is no cost. So it makes sense. Get a getaway. Weekend getaway to Dominica. I'm looking right now and looking for flights, seeing if there's any coming from St. Croix direct. Because I know people want to know like how to get there quicker than going through Miami. But it looks like I don't see anything with Cape Air, and I don't see anything with Silver. So it might have to go through Miami, unless like Monelle mentioned that you like look at connecting through Puerto Rico, maybe do a straight flight, looking at different angles, Puerto Rico, or taking a flight to another island that
So Silver no longer flies to Dominica. So Silver is not an option.
Silver, which say that again?
Silver Airways is no longer an option.
Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at I didn't see anything. That's all I was saying. It might have to go through Miami, or looking at some other island that you can connect through that maybe Cape Air connects into, and then you can get another flight through that. And so I do maybe looking through Nevis and a connection into Dominica. I'm not sure, but definitely it will be worth your while to take a trip into attend and experience this year's Creole Jazz and Creole Fest happening on May 4th. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to play like 1 or 2 more songs, and then we'll close out. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. You're listening to I'm Making It Happen with Nykole Tyson, and we have Monelle Alexis from the Discover Dominica Authority, and we're speaking on about the Creole Jazz and Creole Festival happening on May 4th. And so make sure to get your tickets, and you go to dominicafestivals.com. Am I correct?
Yes, okay. www.dominicafestivals.com.
All right, and is there anything else you want to mention in regards to Dominica? I mean, it's a beautiful place. I think in addition to the event, all the other natural excursions, it's definitely worth the while to make the trip, like you said, a weekend visit to Dominica and experience this year's Creole Fest, Jazz and Creole Fest, as well as the dress code is very, sounds a lot of fun. And we know about dress codes here because there's always like white parties and, different kind of like dress parties. And so we're not new to that. And so anything else you want to mention about Creole Fest coming to Dominica and whatnot?
So yes, just a gentle reminder, this is your invitation to come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole and for all our events on the Nature Island. So yes, Jazz and Creole takes place on May 4th, very soon. Then we have the World Creole Music Festival, October 24th to the 26th. And come next year for Carnival, that is on February 16th to the 17th. Now, if you're not into events and festivities, we got you covered. Dominica is a great place for you to unwind and rejuvenate. We have lots of relaxating or lots of things where you can relax and unwind and rejuvenate. We do have natural resorts that focus heavily on nature, so you can come here and unwind. We do have lovely, many natural hot spas. We do have 365 rivers. We have numerous waterfalls. There are many things to ensure that you relax. In fact, I got to plug into that. We do have the world's first sperm whale reserve. We have over 250 sperm whales in our water that reside there throughout the entire year. Over 14 hiking trails, white hiking trails. We do have the Caribbean's first sea trail. You can explore that on a kayak. There are multiple things that you can do in Dominica on the Nature Island outside of just partying and having fun. If you're religious, you're into churches, we do have many options for you. We have multiple churches, the Catholics, the Anglicans, we have the Protestants, we have several options for you. So you can come to Dominica, come to worship, come to enjoy the natural environment, come to relax, come to find love and to get married. We have some really scenic locations in Dominica. It's a great place to get married and to fall in love with yourself, to fall in love with your partner, to fall in love with nature. Come to the Nature Island to fall in love one more time and call it create an experience. Again, getting to Dominica is not difficult. It's American Airlines, United Airways, there's Wing Air, it's the Caribbean Airlines, Sunrise, we have 20, there's Express Brazil, multiple options to come to Dominica. Select one, select many, bring your friends, bring your family, and remember, you're coming to a safe space. You're coming to a space that is safe. It's affordable. It is all-inclusive. We don't judge based on your religion, based on your race, based on the color of your skin. We welcome you, whoever you are, whichever walk of life you are, we welcome you to come to Dominica. And of course, we are among the most friendly people you'll ever meet. So anytime you need any support while you're on a nature island, stop someone. We're always willing to assist you. But step one, pack your bag, book early, and come to Dominica. Let's have a great night.
Yes, and the ticket prices range from about $50 up to, let's see, for VIP, I think that is about, $129 US for VIP.
So that's about 350 EC equivalent for the VIP for Jazz and Creole. And just to remind you, Jazz and Creole, May 4th, we start at 2 p.m. We end about 12 midnight. Even if we end at 12 midnight, there's an after party that takes you to sunrise. Dominica, we believe in rising with the sun for events, so that is happening as well. You want to come early, come about the 30th of April. You want to ensure that you take in several fringe events before the Jazz and Creole experience happening at the Puerto Rico National Park. It is safe, it is child-friendly, it is family-friendly. We're dressing Creole sunset chic. We're ensuring that, we're a brother's keeper. We're thanking the police force for always ensuring that they come out in their numbers. And one thing you'll appreciate when we have national events like this, the police They litter the park, they litter the streets. They're on the road to ensure that the transportation, you're safe on the road. They're at the venues to ensure that the safety is met and is paramount. And also the Red Cross, just in case anything happens to you. If you're drunk, you're okay. It's okay to get drunk in Dominica. We got you. You know, Red Cross, they're on standby. Everybody is on standby. We got you. Whenever there's an event, you're coming to an island that is safe. Come to Dominica. And remember, Dominica is not the Dominican Republic.
Right. So Dominica, the island, it is a great island to visit and experience. I love it every time I go. So thank you so much, Monelle, for being with us. Let's see. Remember, this is the Jazz and Creole Festival happening May 4th. Go to www.dominicafestivals.com. And this is in Dominica. Definitely remember that the tickets range from $129 US, and that is up to about that's $129 US for VIP. Okay, up to let's see, $50 if you get your ticket early, and children under 12 and under is no charge, no cost. All right, and so you can't beat that. And then there's an area for your children, and so enjoy Dominica. It is a safe place to have fun, and of course, and to also experience so many different aspects of nature there. And so
I just want to slide in that if you want information on contests and giveaways, then you need to follow us on social media. So we're at Dominica Festivals on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow us right now so you'll know when we're having any contests and giveaways, so you can get a free opportunity to come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole or to come for any of our flagship events.
Great. That was a question here if there was going to be a giveaway. So definitely follow them on Facebook and get to know, be up to date on what they're doing for their giveaways. Maybe you'll get a free ticket and, package to attend the festival. But all in all, Dominica is going to be a great place to be during the Jazz and Creole Fest and more. And we definitely look forward to having you back on at some point for other events and excursions happening in Dominica. Thank you so much for taking the time and maneuvering your juggling your schedule to share this information with our audience.
And thank you very much, Nykole, for very much for listening to me here in Dominica. It's great connecting with you guys in the USVI. Again, it's your invitation to come to Dominica, the nature island. It's one of the best places you could ever be. Come. And thank you very much for this interview.
Yes, thank you. And there's a comment here saying my favorite place in the world is Dominica. My grandchildren's mother is from the rivers. People, sulfur. So I love that. Love the people, love the sulfur. All right, I say that's again. We had Monelle Alexis from Dominica's Discover Dominica Authority and promoting the Jazz and Creole Fest happening on May 4th. Make sure you go to their website. The website to purchase the tickets. DominicaFestivals.com. As low as $50 is the early bird, up to about $129 for VIP. And definitely, when they say they have VIP, it is VIP. So make sure you get your ticket. Get that ticket. And then also, children under 12, it's no cost to you. There's no reason why you don't even why you're not going to attend. All these are reasons to attend. All right, and that's May 4th at the Fort Shirley in Cabrini National Park in Dominica, the 2025 Jazz and Creole Festival. And the lineup, as was mentioned before, but just mention again: Swinging Stars, Signal Band, Colton T, Abaya Israel, Marie Pascal, Shalina, and Carlin XP, and that's Dominica's and our regional and international artists as jazz trumpeter Etienne Charles from Trinidad and Tobago, opera and jazz singer Marie Claire Gerard from Dominica and New York, and reggae star everyone knows Etana from Jamaica. So make sure to get your tickets and enjoy all that Dominica has to offer. And again, thank you so much, Monelle, for being with us. We appreciate you, and stay tuned. Go to their Facebook page again. Is that Discover Dominica? The Facebook page?
Yes, so the Facebook page is Discover Dominica, or rather Dominica Festival. So the Facebook page is Dominica Festivals on Instagram and Facebook. And to find things about Dominica, the nature island, the natural environment, then that social media account is Discover Dominica. Oh, and do me a favor, when you're in Dominica for Jazz and Creole, for any of our events, please tag us, Dominica Festivals, use the hashtag Dominica Festivals, For Jazz and Creole, use the hashtag Jazz and Creole so we can see you, we can follow you, we can share your content, and we can keep up to date with all the exciting things that you're doing in Dominica.
Perfect. Thanks again, Monelle, for being with us. Again, Monelle Alexis from Discover Dominica Authority regarding this upcoming Jazz and Creole Festival happening May 4th in the beautiful island of Dominica. Thanks for being with us, and we look forward to having you again. And thank you all for tuning in today on I'm Making It Happen with exception yours, Nykole Tyson. I won't be on air next week, but I will be back the week after. So I'm about to talk to you guys then. And as always, I want to remind you to always have an amazing rest of the day and the week. And if you don't see something happening, be the change. I will create it. And until next time, keep thinking it's about you, me, we. So make it happen.